Today we are going to discuss in our class 7 science a part of biology, the kingdom classification 2. The chapter is kingdom classification 2. We have already gone through kingdom classification 1 and where we have studied about the classification of the plants. Now we are going to discuss about the classification of animals. Now as it was already spoken earlier in introduction, why the classification is required? Classification is required because on the surface of the earth there are diversity of the plants and animals are there. So many there that you cannot count, and if the persons try in a single hand to do it, the aid will not be enough for us. The life will not be enough to end this count. So like that, earlier there were great philosophers like Aristotle. Aristotle was famous because he was the guru of the king, the great Alexander the Great of Macedonia. That is, the king Alexander's teacher and guru was Aristotle. And this gentleman is also called the father of modern science, right? Because he had to work in every subjects of the science, biology, physics and all those. Although many of his principles and his results were incorrect, but yet he was the first man to show the path to the world. That is why he is known as the father of the science. Now after Aristotle, there are some people who tried to classify, like Alfred Hutchinson and all. Then you know the famous Carolus Linnaeus was there, and Carolus Linnaeus was famous for giving the binomial nomenclature. That means a particular species is having names by two sets. One is for genus and another is for species, making the name binomials, means two name nomenclature. Like as we are Homo sapiens. Homo is the genus and sapiens is the species. So that is how they have done. Now, in kingdom of Animalia, we have discussed, they have discussed that animals without bone are known as the invertebrates. Animals without bones, without backbone and the bones are known as the invertebrates, while animals with bone and backbone is known as the vertebrates. So they are known as the vertebrates. So the kingdom has been divided into two subkingdoms. One is animal subkingdom of invertebrates and the vertebrates. In invertebrates, what is happening? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 classes are there. One, Protozoa is a phylum where the animals are very primitive, they are unicellular and they are microscopic, and most of them are disease causing also. Like Plasmodium causes malaria in human beings. There are many, disease causing germs are there, like recently the Amoeba abstractica, amoeba. All these are Protozoa is the most ancient of all these unicellular animals. Alright. Now, after Protozoa, you come to Polyphera. Polyphera means the body is provided with numerous pores, means holes, small holes, numerous pores. And these animals are usually found in sea. They are marine animals. They are the Polyphera. Their body is porous body, like the sponge, etc. Sea animal, all that. Next we have the Coelenterata. Coelenterata are not single cell animals. Like the example, common example is Hydra, is one of the examples. And the Coelenterata is having a cylinder-like body. That means a central hole from the mouth to the anus is there. So that is why they are cylinder-like and they are known as the Coelenterata. Coelenterata is having Hydra, though very small, but the Hydra is amazing. They have tentacles, and in the tentacles they have the they have the stinging cells which they can use to paralyze their prey and they can take it. So these are known as the amygdalas. Alright. Okay? The Hydra is also having a very, very intelligent type of locomotion and its protection against the various kinds of disorders. Like one, the Hydra locomotes in four ways. One is sliding way, another is gliding and sliding way. The second one is somersaulting. Third one, they are leaving out one gas from the air, becoming very, light. And as they are leaving the water, they move from one place to the other to withstand the temperature and all those of the water in this move. So they float away from a colder place. So that is called the the locomotion by the gas bubbles. And the number fourth is the Hydra can also show the locomotion as a trapeze player of a circus. A circus trapeze player, have you seen? Sometimes they are holding the hands in a parallel bar and they are raising their body above the level of the water or level of the land in a parallel way. They remain higher with the soil. So this is Hydra also does it with this center. So this is called the trapeze movement, the movement of the trapeze. Alright, that is they do when they are in very much doubt. Well, next is the helminthes. The group of helminthes earlier was only one group. They are also known as the group of helminthes. The helminthes means different kinds of worms. You see the people nowadays they actually suffer less because of the different kinds of vaccination problems that come. Earlier, most of the children they used to suffer from the worms. And worms in the beginning was only worms, that means helminthes. Now it has been divided long ago. Now means long ago they have divided that into two categories. One is platyhelminthes or flat worms, and is nematohelminthes or round worm. The body is round and the body is flat. So that is why. Well, the first is the platyhelminthes or the flat worm, and this is having no legs in that. The head is nothing but a sucker which is known as scolex, scolex, and these scolex are capable of sucking the food from the body of the human beings or as well as if they are staying in another animals inside the stomach and intestine. They stay and they take the digested food from the organisms so that the organisms become weak and they get their nourishment. Well, by the platyhelminthes is Ascaris is the example there, and the flagworm, and on there this nematohelminthes is unsegmented or cylindrical body, that is nematohelminthes. Okay. Now coming to the next group which is known as annelida. Annelida means the segmented worm. The body is ring-like. If you have seen an earthworm, the earthworm is having this type of structure. Just look at it. This is the structure of the earthworm. This is a structure of having the earthworm like this. Now you might say, what is that place? I'm just going to tell you, this place is plain and there are the reproductive organs are there. So this is segmented ring-like structure and this is ring-like structure. You see. This is the earthworm. Now you see, these are the holes, female and male holes, and that is why they are called as a hermaphrodite. So they are the hermaphrodite and also bisexual animals. That means they are sex organs, male and female, both are there in the same body. So by that they can do their reproduction. Well, not for that, only for the annelida. Ring-like structure. These are the ring-like structures. So they are called segmented worm. Earthworm, leech, all these are in this group. And then we have the orthopoda. Now, my dear children, I tell you the story of the orthopoda. Orthopoda means jointed legs. Legs are jointed. Legs are not straight. They are in joints. We have also joints, but we have different name because we are in different class. Alright, so we have the orthopoda, the phylum orthopoda, legs are jointed. Phylum orthopoda is the largest among all the animals and plants. Largest group there. How large are they? Now, in 1972, the species of the orthopoda only in insect, class insect, was 7,50,000. And nowadays, by this 40 years, it has been increased because every now and then, every day almost 1 or 2 new variety of species are discovered. So, it has 4 classes. First class is Archinda, second class is Insecta, third class is Myriapoda, and fourth class is Crustaceae. Now, orthopoda, jointed leg animals. Orthopoda is having 4 classes: Archinda, Insecta, Myriapoda, Crustaceae. Now, what are these Archinda? These are all archings. Those who walk on the road, on the floor of the earth by many legs. There are 2 kinds of that: centipede and millipede. You see, what we call 2 kinds of bichua. One is scorpion, which is a very, very poisonous and all. Not that, but another one, it looks like this. This is like one kind of arching. This is known as centipede. There are many legs are there, 100 legs. That is like a centipede. Centipede. These centipede are non-poisonous. And the another one is also millipede. You see, this kind of objects are moving around. Many legs are there, many legs. And when you touch them, they make a coil outline. So there is a millipede. In Bengali and Hindi is called kingdom. And that is, this is centipede and this is millipede. These are the 2 archings are there. So they are archinda. Centipede, 100 feet. Millipede, millions of legs. So that is why they are archinda. Now after archinda is coming to insecta. All kinds of insect. Cockroach, bee, fly, ant, beetle, and what? Dragonfly. All are insects. Some insects are flightless, some insects can fly. Whatsoever it is, the insecta is the largest among all the groups of the animals. And I told you, right now they possess nearly 8 lakhs of species inside them. Mosquito is an insect. You tell me now. Cockroach is an insect. Bedbug is an insect. Bees is an insect. Flies is an insect. Only mosquitoes are of 3,000 types. You remember this. I can take and give you the guarantee. Anybody says that the mosquitoes are only 4 or 5 types. Anopheles, Culex, Cuvette, and the other ones like causing chikungunya or dengue and all those. It's not only that. There are 3,000 types of mosquito are there. Reference Encyclopedia Britannica. Encyclopedia. Then you go and find about the insects and you get, there are 3,000 types of insects are there. I'm wrong in this. Only mosquitoes are 3,000 types, I told you. I was telling you about. So mosquitoes are 3,000 types, and these mosquitoes are not, all are not having the disease carrier or blood eater. They are, most of them are vegetarian. That is why we are safe. Otherwise we could have been gone only by the mosquito. So there are 3,000 kinds of mosquito, and that includes the insect. So insects are having many varieties. And every now and then, because many parts of the earth is not explored, people have explored many places, but some places could not explore. And who knows what kind of animals are living there? What kind of microscopic animals or what kind of macroscopic animals are there? We'll come to know later on as the days pass. And I might think that I will not be there, but you people will be there to see, and otherwise if you are not there, then your next generation will see. But it is there and will go. So the insects are the largest group. Now we are coming to myriapoda. Now some people are very afraid of the myriapoda. The very common example of myriapoda is spider. And the spider is having 8 legs. They are having 8 legs. They are myriapoda. The spider is a common example. And there are several kinds of spiders are there. Huge spider is there which can kill snakes and feed on them. In Africa is there. And very small spider, but very deadly is tarantula. If it is bitten, if you are bitten, if somebody is bitten by tarantula, you will die. Okay, so that is how it happens. It is happening in case of the insects also, like that of the CH-3 fly. CH-3 fly, it bites you, you will have the sleeping sickness and you will finally die. So that is how it is happening. Now after myriapoda, you know the myriapoda, the spider, and the people are afraid of spider. Do you say what is the word called for the fear of the spider? It is known as arachnophobia. What is known as arachnophobia? Remember. Alright, now you come to the last part of this crustacea. In crustacea, there are delicious things that there. Prawn, lobster, the big ones which we eat. Alright? And not for the vegetarians, it's for the non-vegetarian. And so this crustacea is having the various kinds of prawns, small, big, huge ones, the lobsters and all. Okay? So that is there. This is called the orthopoda. We are coming to the mollusca. The amazing creation. We always see on the terrestrial, we see the apple snail. Apple snail, whose scientific name is Spina globosa. That we see during the winter and all those, the snakes are in the season also comes out very small, big, little bigger, that's there. So that is soft body and having a shell covering their body. Body is very soft. Their muscles are they are very slow mover, but they are very strong because they move on and move on. Well, the second one is the crunches. Crunches, you see, crunches, the unio means the shells in which you get the birds. And crunches are the sunk in Indian Bengali. And there you see various kinds, this much big to this big. I have this big one, I bought it from Madras. So they are beautiful also, very good looking. And then the cells are having power in it. The most famous cells are found in Basra, that is in Gulf. Basra is having the cells which produces the best kind of pearl. Best kind of pearl. There are very good pearls are there. Expensive one and black pearls are most expensive one are also there. So that is all is done by the snakes. Snakes and the crunches. Crunches means sunk. Well, we have another group which is known as Echinodermata. Echinodermata means the spiny skin. On the skin there are spines are there. And these spines are telling them to Echinodermata. The most common example is the starfish and the king crab. You know, the starfish is an amazing creation. A star-like structure and it is having, for the receipts, look like this. This is star-like structure. And if you just see, on the other side there are grooves of there. Like that there are grooves of there. There are grooves are there, and in these grooves, small bell-like structures are present. You might not get in a book, but just follow it. I'm giving you a guarantee. The bell-like structures are arranged. Not only one, many bell-like structures are arranged. This is known as tube feet. Tube foot is the singular and tube feet is the plural. Why? These bell-like structures are there. They are having. They create the water current and all those. They have to catch the prey and all those. This is Echinodermata. The another one, Echinodermata species is a king crab. Huge crab, but if you face it in front of you, it will look like a Chinese ornament. like there is small, what is called beard like that structure will come. So king crab looks like this one. This like this, yeah, this is king crab. So that is there. So forget about that. So these are all invertebrate groups. That means they are having no bones or backbones. And when some people want to take the dissection of them, that means they cut them and see their body part, then they have to do from the ventral side. That means from the belly side they have to do. Because the vertebrates can be cut from the back side because there is no backbone, so they can be cut from the back side and can easily see the inside of organs. Now, after that we have the structures which are having the bones or backbone. So when the backbone and bone is there, so you cannot cut from there. So you have to cut from the belly side, what I was telling you earlier. So from the belly side, if you cut, then you can get all the organs of the body. Heart, lung, kidneys, stomach, etc. So what that is later on. Now vertebrates are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of classes. So that is pieces. Pieces are known as commonly fishes, and fishes are cold-blooded animals. Fishes are of two types: bony fishes and cartilaginous fishes. Bony fishes, excuse me, that you eat almost all the times. The rahu, the katla, you have the animus means koi, all those are bony fishes. They have the bones, so they are bony fishes. There are some cartilaginous fishes are also there, like codfish, etc. Are the codfish is one of the cartilaginous fishes. So their body is very streamlined. They can very nicely swim in the water. Their streamlined body, reduces the resistance in the water for swimming. They have the fins on their body by which they balance and propel up and down. They keep their body straight with a fin, which is known as the dorsal fin, and that is the boom of the nature. Well, we come to the next class, which is known as the amphibia. Amphibians are also cold-blooded creatures. Amphibians are also cold-blooded creatures, and then these cold-blooded creatures are living their half life in the water, half on the land. When they lay egg in the water, they hatch out and then they undergo metamorphosis. What is the metamorphosis? They come out as egg, the larva, and the larva is also known as the tadpole. This tadpole slowly and gradually changes itself. They are having external gills through which and the tail also there. They swim and external gills they do their respiration. And then when they grow, slowly and gradually they grow the legs and tail follow, external gills follow. Lung is already formed and they breathe with the lung. These are the specialty of the amphibians. In amphibians, the salamander is also there, and there are two species of toad. One is toad and another is frog. Frog comes during the rainy season, sleeps in the winter. So they have a habit of hibernation. Hibernation means long winter sleep, and that is toad. And frog, that is the vertical small one that comes during the winter season, sleeps in the rainy season, that are summer sleep, called estivation. So the activation of the hibernation are the two things. Both of them are cold-blooded. They respire with their mouth cavity also sometimes, because when they are estivating or hibernating, they need to cease all the activities because that time they sleep. Only to keep their life alive, they do it by the buccal membrane, mouth membrane. This is known as buccal respiration. The other one is their respiration by the skin. That is there. When they mate, that means during the reproduction, they usually do it in the water, pond or james or like. Then the body of the frogs, they just deep in the water with the surface level. So their nostril and all those goes down in the water. So if in that case they try to breathe, the water will go in the water air pipe and they'll die. It's not happening. In that time the nose and all their respiration by the body skin, So that is known as the cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous means respiration with the skin. So that is the same information here. And then we come to the reptilia. Reptilia is cold-blooded animal. That is also cold-blooded animal. And in reptiles, you know their characteristics. They have the nails, they have the scales, they are poisonous, and they are cold-blooded. So snakes, lizards, geckos, and all those are here in the reptile or the reptilia. All right. And the reptiles are sometimes very amazing creatures. Now we come to the avies. Avies means those who are aviation expert, that means they can fly. These are the most colorful creature of the world. They are known as the birds. Avies are known as the birds. Birds, the people say, are the boons of the God on the surface of the earth. They have the capacity of flying because their flights and wings have some different types of knots by which they can seize the air and can use the force of the air to fly. They have inside their body the different air sacs is there. Their bone is hollow and their body is streamlined. Tail acts as rudder. The light body gives the flight by means of the strong chest muscle by flapping the wings. So that is how. Why they are colorful? Because they are lovely creatures. Very sound, beautiful sound they can produce. They can fly and they have colors. My God, what you say? There are several kinds of colorful birds are there. If you are going through, if you see, you go to a bird sanctuary and all, you see it is amazing. So that is why they are called the most amazing creature in the world. And last, nothing but the last one is the mammals. We people are the mammals. What are the characteristics? We have hairs, teeth, nail, and we have a special character that when we take birth, our babies suck the mother's milk. And our mother's milk gland is known as mammary gland. And that is why they are known as the mammals. And mammals give birth directly to the young ones and they have parental care. The parental care is there in birds also because they keep their chicks. Still, the chicks are bigger when they can fly, then they are free of the parental care. In human beings, the mammals, it is also there in dogs, in lion, in tiger, everywhere you see the parental care is there. So these are all the classification of the animals. Kingdom classification 2, and it is the vertebrates. Then there is the invertebrate is there. Coming to discuss a little more about some specialty. Well, children, that after the discussion of the chapters, all the phylums has been discussed, among the invertebrates, their examples and their characteristics, and among the vertebrates, their examples and their characteristics. Now, I think you have gone through the chapter Kingdom classification nicely. Now, for this, in your exercise, the question answers, whatever it is, right from one to last question, has been discussed. Even the checkpoint answers has been discussed, and you will all get it in your school website of www.bsnes.in. But right now, I am going to discuss some of the questions here. You see, in the exercise, question A, MCQ. The first answer will be salamander. The question 2, MCQ. The answer will be C, protozoa. First one definitely will be A, salamander. And for 2, it will be C, protozoa. And question number 3, the answer will be A, vertebrates. Number 4, the answer will be B, protozoa. Number 5, C, it will be segmented worm. Okay, now we come to the question number B, fill in the blanks. In fill in the blanks, question number 1, insects. Question number 2, mollusca. Question number 3, annelida. Question number 4, birds. Question number 5, warm-blooded and teeth. These are the answers. Next we move to the next question. It is question true and false. Question number C. first one will be true. Sorry, I beg your pardon. First one will be false, second one will be false, third one the answer will also be false, fourth one will be true, fifth one will also be true, sixth one is true, seventh one is also true. Question number D, we will get a scanning along with your notes. Question number E is also a scanning along with your notes you will get. Now we are coming to F. The answer of 1 is answer 1A, Hydra, CN. Answer B, frog, toad. Answer C, starfish, king crab. Answer D, cow, man. And answer E is pigeon, kingfisher. So first is the example of the cylinderator, second is the example of the amphibians, third is the examples of the echinodermata, fourth is mammalia, and fifth is the avian birds. Question number 2 regarding the tentacles of Hydra now. So tentacles are finger-like projections surrounding the mouth, and the tentacles possesses stinging cells called the nidoblast. Nidoblast spelling will CNI. Nidoblast, and arrest their prey. They are known as the nidarians. They are known as the nidarians. Spelling will be CNI. Nidarians. Now, question number 3 answer. The animals of the phylum Protozoa have the pseudopodia. That means the temporary food. Pseudopodium is singular, pseudopodia is plural. So pseudopodia are the characteristics of the protozoa. Well, question number 4, we have the answers. Phylum Echinodermata, that is spiny skin. Example is starfish and king crab. Well, question number 5, the answer is vertebrates have backbones while invertebrates have no backbones. And then we come to short answer questions. G, that is question number 1. The 3 important characteristics are they have the tentacles with nidoblasts, radially symmetrical, the hydra is, and the body is hollow cylinder-like, that is they are the cylinders. Well, question number 2, the differences are a flatworm has a thin dorso-ventrally flattened body. They are covered with hairs like cilia, and hair-like growths are there. It has a gliding locomotion powered by cilia, while roundworms are more cylindrical in shape and tapered to the fine point at 1A. Question number 3. The answer, this is because the cylinders have tentacles, and the tentacles are having stinging cells with which anchor, arrest the prey or defend. They are called the nidoblasts or nidarians. Okay? Answer 4. They are warm-blooded. Their hairs on the skin, teeth breathe through the lungs, give birth to young ones. Example, man and dog. Now, that is next question H. Answer. Phylum Arthropoda is divided into classes: Crustacea, Myriapoda, Archinda, insects or insecta. The first one, Crustacea, have the endoskeleton compound eye is there, mouth mostly aquatic, head and thorax is joined. Example, prawn, lobster, which are very tasty to eat. Alright. Next is number 2, Myriapoda, segmented body, many legs are there, especially 8 legs are there, Myriapoda. Then centipede and millipede are there, and you see the example of this, they are poisonous also. Number 3, archins, they are the The apex is the spider. So insect, the largest animal group in the world, and having silverfish, grasshopper, etc. in their extent. So these are all about the question answers, and I hope you have understood all. And once again say all the question answers have been given in the website, school websites, www.bsnes.in. So I think you have understood all. Have a nice day. Till then, bye bye.